Are you sending this to someone?
No.
That was such good timing. Did you see that?
I'm not ready.
All right. So as you walk in, write on this to start. This will help you with tonight's homework. And don't, whenever you feel like you can take your headphones out. Okay.
You got that on video.
What? Yeah, no, that's fine.
That was all on video.
Hey, Mr. Reinberg. I know you.
What?
Touches
Oh, he's videotaping. Who?
Who cares?
From where? Right there, the surface.
Okay, so right. This is gonna help you for tonight's homework.
I couldn't even find one of the answers on the homework.
My suggestion is keep writing until I ask you to stop, because the more you write, the more helpful it will be as you go through tonight's homework, which will be a writing assignment with this question. Take the next 30 seconds to sort of wrap up wherever you are. All right, so what do we think? How did the West African nations become so powerful? What do we remember, Sophie?
They were really good with trade.
Okay, so they were very good with trade. What else? What else do we know? Erica.
Many resources like gold.
Okay. So they had many resources. Gold, for example. What else, John? What else? What else made them so powerful?
They taxed lots of foreign traders.
Okay, so they had good tax systems. Ooh, why did I just put tax? How does the tax system make it powerful?
You earn money from your citizens and from people from other countries that come to your country to trade, which then makes your government powerful.
It allows you to do a lot of different things. Yeah.
Well, if you have a tax system set up, it kind of gives you, like, it automatically gives you the power over other places, like you were talking about, I forget which empire, but they had the power because they controlled who went in and out with tax.
Right, they were able to not control who came in and out, but kind of control how much they brought and traded and what was traded, whether it be because of the tax system or just how they structured their government. Right? The tax system is important to taking advantage of the trade, right? You're taking advantage of the trade, your people are getting all of this stuff, but the government is also taking something off the top. So you win doubly as a government. Right. What else? What else made these nations so powerful? Are we missing anything? Jack.
They had a lot of them had good rulers
Good rulers.
to keep them going.
Right. Good rulers are kind of essential. What we do see is that when a bad ruler comes up or a string of bad rulers, that's when you start to see that decline. Can you give me an example of one of the rulers?
Mansa Musa,
Mansa Musa was a good ruler. Can somebody give me another? Which empire?
the Mali.
Yeah. When you think of Mansa Musa, you think of Mali, right? MMM. Hey, can somebody give me another example of another good ruler? Beck. Askia the Great?
Yeah.
Yeah, Askia, Muhammad Askia the Great, same guy. Right, what did he do?
He was the leader during the golden age of the Songhai Empire.
Mm-hmm.
He centralized the government even more than it was before.
Right, so he definitely brought everything from the Songhai Empire, right? He took all these subordinate kings and he says, no, okay, bring it all together. It's going to be more of this top down from me.
I was gonna like sort of like that. They brought like structure and stuff.
Yeah, so the leaders they're not just good leaders, but they bring structure, right?
Yeah.
So, and then they bring structure. All right. So, what you're going to do tonight, I'm going to tell you your homework now, is that you're going to have a sort of a formal writing assignment, right? This is going to be a one-page response to this question, double-spaced. So in reality, it's about half a page, right? You're writing on this question. Right? I've put it on Veracross. You're going to use at least 2 examples, right? We've given a few here, and you're going to explain sort of how it helped them become powerful or how they became so powerful, right? And this will be a writing / quiz grade, right? So take some time with it, take some care with it. If you want to write these down before I erase them, feel free to write these down so you've got some ideas already. Okay? And that'll be your homework tonight, right? It's up online, a writing / quiz grade.
Tomorrow.
It'll be due tomorrow. It's your only homework. Okay? 1 page, double spaced, so it's not too much. And it should be pretty simple for all of us. What we're going to do right now is we're going to talk about the trading empire of Kilwa, which is, right? Talk about Kilwa. Kilwa is not a West African empire. It is a Southeastern African empire. It is, if we go to this map over here, over on the Mozambique coast. It's right around here, sort of up into Tanzania and Mozambique. It is probably one of your stronger East African empires, and we're going to compare it a little bit today to the West African ones. We're going to take a few notes, and then I'm going to group you off, and you're going to learn how to trade goods. All right? Let's go. So, Kilwa. Should I turn these lights on?
Yeah, we
Okay. So Kilwa is located, like I said, on your southeastern spot, right? It's Mozambique and Tanzania here. It starts off as a little island city, sort of just out in the water.
Okay, that's what I was confused by because
Yes.
Yeah, because when I was reading and then it was saying like you went to the island, but then like at first I thought it was talking about like the coast, and I was just like,
No. So the way Kilwa starts out is a great little story. Right? It starts out as just this island of traders, and they come and they settle, and it develops this mixture of sort of Arab, Indian and African cultures that sort of combine itself. But before it even talked about combining, what we see is that there's an individual who says, I would like to buy this city, right? He notices it's a successful trading port, right? It's not the empire that it was right away. This guy comes in and he says, I would like to buy this island. And the leader of the island says, okay, let's talk about price. And the price ends up being just the amount like colored cloth that could cover the island. Right? So they basically had to give them a bunch of shirts or a bunch of cloth that could be made into things. That was enough to just cover the entire island. There's another myth that says it was enough cloth to create a bridge from Kilwa to the mainland, right, for the king to walk across.
How do you measure that?
How do you take cloth and use one rule? Right, I have no idea how one would measure that, especially then. It's impressive. Right. And after this purchase, it's in a pretty good spot, Kilwa, right? It starts to attract Persian and Arabic merchants, right? We get merchants from India, Iran, Saudi Arabia, the current nations of Yemen, Oman, all these different places. Because of where Kilwa is, it gets this huge trading situation, right? Think about where it is, right? We have Kilwa right here, and we have Saudi Arabia, we have India just across the way, we have the lower part of India, we have here, we have potentially Australia and the Southeast Asian nations. Right? Kilwa can get anywhere it wants to in a very short amount of time to make a lot of money, or people can get to them. So it becomes this major trading port. And what they end up trading, right? They trade with China, India, and the Arabian Peninsula, right? They trade with Iran, Saudi, so on and so forth. Anybody you can think of, right? Gold, ivory, iron, silk, cotton, food, whatever somebody was willing to trade, Kilwa was open to that trading. You might not necessarily find a buyer, but Kilwa was a powerful trading area. Right? We can see, right, if we were going to circle it, right, this is Kilwa right here. Right? Kilwa's got people coming up from Sofala, over from Madagascar, we got down from the Arabian coasts, we have over from India, China even, right? China's coming over, Upper Persia, right? Tons of different nations are coming from all of Asia and trading with Kilwa. Right? What do we think Kilwa had at its major disposal as an item? It's in common with the other Western empires. Gold. Right? They control the gold trade. And that was really important to other nations, China, to India, to Persia. Why? Why is gold important to these other areas? What do they need it for? Currency, right? We read a little bit about how important minting money was, right? How it represents sort of that sovereign nation. Sorry, Jeff. Right? So having gold meant that you could produce more money, that your people could buy more things, right? Your country would be seen as wealthier if you had more gold. So you have these countries coming in and saying, oh, we want to trade with Kilwa because they have this gold, and they're more readily accessible than going all the way around Africa and trading with Ghana or Mali or the Songhai, right? The Suez Canal doesn't exist right now. So you get all these nations coming over to Kilwa to trade. You can see the benefits of Kilwa, right? What do we think Kilwa is going to look like? Right, with all this trade coming in, sort of becoming a trade empire, what do we think Kilwa might look like? Big. What do you mean big?
Large land.
Large land, so a lot of land. What else? What else do you think Kilwa will look like?
Ports, lots of ports maybe for trading.
Lots of different ports, right? Maybe all along the coast. What else could it look like? What about the buildings? What do we think about the building? We've talked about the land and the ports. How might the buildings look?
Larger,
Oh, yeah.
like they can have very articulate buildings.
Right, maybe large, artistic, very, very, very specific looking buildings. Maybe fancy.
Those are the buildings for trade, right?
Right, those may have been the buildings for trade, right? Mosques would have been also the same way. Right, if we go back, I have a nice image of it. Right, we can look at some of these beautiful buildings of the time, right? What do you notice about some of these buildings?
They're all stone.
They're all stone, which is hard to work with. Right, it's easier to work with mud, straw, sticks, stuff like that. Right, wood is easier to work with than stone. So you would have needed somebody with a high degree of skill. Right, what else do we notice about these buildings?
Large.
They're large. They're pretty big. Right. Anybody notice these domes? These stone domes?
Dome.
right? It's like if dome was made of stone. Right? No, think about how difficult it is to make a dome out of clay, like a perfect dome out of clay. Now try imagining doing that with stone, and how expensive or how important the skill of that would have been to doing that. Right? You would have need to know a lot about stonework to do this. So Kilwa had the ability to pay these architects, to pay these stoneworkers, to pay all these different people. Right? And what's interesting about Kilwa, on top of its ability to trade and its power in trade, is that we don't get something that is quite distinctly African. Right? We talk about there not being an African environment, right? A very distinct one, right? Savannas, rainforests, they're all over the place. Kilwa sort of doesn't have an African identity right away. You get a lot of Arabic travelers, a lot of Persian travelers, and a lot of Africans as well. But they all begin to intermarry. And what eventually develops is this one culture, and it becomes the Swahili culture. It's a mixture of all of these different cultures come from these different spots. A little bit of Arabic, a little bit of Indian and Hindi, with a little bit of African. So if you go and you talk to a Swahili individual in Swahili, you'll hear an African Bantu-based language, but you'll hear those hints of Arabic and of Persian and these different things falling in, of Hindi. And you'll see those different languages and cultures sort of come and play together. The one thing it did have in common, and majority, was that Kilwa was Muslim. And Islam becomes a pillar of the Kilwa community. Some of those buildings that we saw, right, that I just showed you, are mosques, are centers of religious worship, are centers of religious study. So we get that from the Arabic merchants, from different Africans coming in. But it develops its own distinct culture. And over time, as we go through it, right, they start to get stronger and stronger and stronger and develop from that island nation into a nation that controls some of the Mozambique and Tanzania coast. Is there something awesome going on Jackson's surface right now? I'm just saying, because two of you were looking at it, so something good must be happening. Are we good?
Yeah.
Right. So Kilwa learns, right, that people want this gold, so they start to move out into the African mainland. That's why they had that African mainland section, was to try and control that gold trade from the African mainland to Kilwa to the other nations. I'll come back to this slide in 2 seconds. Don't worry. Right. If we look at this, we notice that from down here in Sofala, there's a line up to Kilwa. This was mainly a gold transfer station. Right, gold and ivory would come from here all the way up to Kilwa and then move out.
So they could tax.
So they could tax that, but they owned it, so they didn't need to tax it. Right, they could, and they probably would, depending how much was brought up, but they already own that gold trade, so they were making the money sort of hand over fist already. What you do have is whoever came in to trade for that gold, they would tax. And they would tax the citizens of Kilwa pretty heavily. What we do end up seeing is that we get all sorts of really cool things, right? For a long time, silk was something that was very, very controlled in China. And silkworms were a very, very precious guarded commodity. And Kilwa said, well, all these traders are coming to us anyway. Might as well fleece them twice. We'll take their traded goods and we'll tax them on the way in and on the way out. So similar to Ghana, Mali, the Songhai, they had this advanced tax structure that you may eventually one day learn to hate taxes, but they're kind of important to maintaining a working society. So that's why we see it in all these successful empires that taxes come about. Right? Whether you're taxing your people or traders, they are important. So why might people want new forms of sort of cloth? What might be the draw? Why might you want silk? Why does somebody want a silk shirt over a cotton shirt? John?
Wasn't silk like more, I guess, fancy?
Silk's it's fancy, right? It's got that idea of being more fancy.
It may represent the social class.
Right. However, this social classes are set up in Kilwa, you can see it in sort of the clothing that people wear.
That may be like the vineyard vines of today.
Right, good example, right? Silk may have been the vineyard vines of today, right? Vineyard vines seen as like this, it's kind of expensive, right? Silk would have been pretty expensive then because it's coming all the way from China, right? So it's going to be in desire. You can't really get it in Africa. So it's something similar to, if somebody made something in California that was hard to get in Boston, it would be really, really expensive in Boston, but might be really, really cheap in California. There's these desires, right? Supply and demand, right? If Sophie really, really wants something, she's going to be more willing to pay for it than Shirley, right? Shirley might be like, I don't really want it, I'll give you like $1 for it, where Sophie might be willing to give $10 or $12 for something, right? Depending on the supply and the demand. And this is where Kilwa capitalizes in both directions, right? They gather all these goods from other countries, other nations coming in, and they trade it back into Africa. They mark it up, right? Think about when you hear markups in stores. Kilwa is doing the same thing. And this is just a fun image of the Kilwa Sultanate, right? Sort of giving you, right, this is the islands, right? They were all the way up, all the way down, and they had part of Madagascar as well. So it ended up becoming a very large empire. However, with large empires, what we do see is the downfall, right? They eventually collapse, not by their own sort of undoing, but because the Portuguese, looking for a new way to trade with India, come around the corner and say, holy crap, what have we just stumbled upon? We never knew this city existed. And it's this beautiful empire of trade. And what we see is Vasco da Gama, right? He raids, he steals, and he burns it to the ground.
Oh, I got that question so wrong.
That's right, that's why we do
The
that.
Portuguese helped.
That's why we talk about it. The Portuguese came in and took advantage of it, tried to take over the Indian Ocean trade. That's more of a failure, but they are successful in raiding a bunch of these coastal cities. And they destroy them, and only a few of them are able to sort of get back up on their feet and continue to trade again. Kilwa is not one of these cities, unfortunately. So we can thank the Portuguese for the destruction of the Kilwa Empire and the Kilwa trading success, especially Vasco da Gama. But like we see with most empires, right? Nice little rise, there's a peak. Something happens, whether it be good leadership, bad leadership, or you don't have the ability to defend yourself. So something I forgot to mention, that Kilwa didn't have an army of size, right? Why would they not have a large army, John?
Because they were just like a trading kind of, I guess.
Did they need it?
No, they were like a trading tunnel. Because like it was only for just trade.
Right. Yeah, they didn't necessarily need it because the Indian Ocean trade had gone so well and had been fairly peaceful that any skirmish that had popped up was usually on continental Africa and only lasted a short while. So they didn't see that they needed this huge army or a large force to protect themselves, and that allows these Portuguese traders to come in and just walk through them. Right? They weren't prepared for it. Gives reason why you see a lot of large armies today avoid things that happen like this. But this became the downfall. Right? The Songhai had a pretty strong army. Ghana had a pretty strong army. Mali had a pretty strong army because they knew that these attacks could happen. They knew that they'd been in war before and they'd seen it happen. Kilwa didn't have that experience as much, so they didn't have a substantial military. Okay, so all of that is attached to your homework assignment tonight. So if you want to go through each of the PowerPoints that we've done, you can. Additionally, what I'm going to ask you to do right now is I'm going to put you into groups and I'm going to explain what we're going to do. Right? So what we're doing today is we're going to learn how to trade. We've got about 35 minutes left of class, which should be plenty of time. We are going to try and turn a profit trading. I'm going to give you a partner and give you a list, or you're going to download a list. Right? If you go to our class website and download Kilwa Trading, that's what we want, Kilwa Trading documents. And your goal is to make as much money as you can as a trader. you're not going to be trading with the other groups per se, but you're going to be looking at what you can get from one country and trade it in another country and see how much profit you can make. It should be called Kilwood Trading Documents. Do we see it?
Worksheet.
Yes, worksheets. Might be worksheets. Yeah. So, your groups, I'm going to ask you to go to them. Yeah, put it in OneNote, because I'll put it in as a classwork exercise as well. So the group 1 will be Sophie and Jack. You guys are Kilwa. Group 2 is going to be Shirley and Alana. Group 3 will be Erica and Vic. Group 4 will be Jackson and Dome. Group 5 is going to be Emily, Leah, and John. So if you please go to your groups right now.
Don't come over here.
Did you want to compare?
Yeah, sure.
Wait, but this is sweet.
And as you get to your groups, I want you to open up or go to the Making a Profit sheet. Right? And then we're going to come together real quick. Emily, it's you, Leah, and John.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know, they seem to move. Oh, geez, John, thanks. I think they're moving over there.
There's not.
Jack. So,
Sophie? Sophie, there's not the seat over here.
no, there's not. So again, right, we're opening up to this sheet. Should look like this.
On the website.
Yeah, it should be under resources, Kilwood Trading worksheet. Right, we're opening up first to this one.
Find it.
When everybody's here, just look up at me so I know I can continue forward. Are we good over here?
What's it called again?
Should be called Kilwood Trading Documents.
Kilwood Trade Worksheet?
Yep. So what you have this, and you have this. Right? You have there should be about 3 pages of it. Right? The first page is a list of goods and what things are worth. Right? In Asia, you can buy 10 yards of cotton for 1 gold coin, and you can sell that in Africa for 5 gold coins. Right? Not a bad price. Did pretty well. Heads up, right? Each group, you start off with 5 gold coins. That's it. That's all you get.
Done.
You get 5 gold coins. So, right, if we're going to make a profit in cotton, right, we're doing number 1 here. If we're going to make a profit in cotton, where am I going to buy cotton, John?
In Africa.
Why am I going to buy cotton in Africa?
Well, actually, in Asia.
Why am I buying cotton in Asia?
It's cheap.
Okay. Right, how many gold coins is it?
1,
So it's 1 gold coin. Where can I sell it?
2.
You can then you sell it for the 10 yards for 5 gold coins.
In Africa, right?
It says they both of them.
Right, seller's guide in Africa, you can sell 10 yards of cotton for 5 gold coins.
We have
It says Asia and
It
both
says
of them.
Asian.
No, I know.
You have to,
Right.
like,
In Asia, you can buy. In Africa, you can buy. In Asia, you can sell. In Africa, you can sell. Right? It's buyers and sellers, right?
Oh.
So you can sell the cotton in Africa for 5 gold coins, right? So what's my profit?
Is 4.
Right, my profit is 4.
Oh.
My profit, if we're looking at this sheet, Jackson, if we're looking at this sheet, my profit is D minus B, right? It's how much I sold my product for minus how much I paid for it. That's my profit. So I profit 4 gold coins. Okay. So now let's go with silk. We'll do one more example and I'll put you guys on your own. So where would I buy silk? Right? If I bought silk, where, Vic? Where am I buying it?
silk, you would buy that in Asia
Why in Asia?
because it's 1 gold coin,
Okay.
and then you can sell it in Africa for 5 gold coins.
Okay. What's my profit?
You have 4.
4 gold coins, right? I'm going from cheapest to buy to where I can sell it for the most expensive rate. I'm not gonna buy silk in Africa for 5 gold coins and go sell it in Asia for 1. That's just a huge net loss. Yeah. So actually, we'll do one more, just give you guys a little more. So porcelain, right? Porcelain dishes, as they're called here. Erica, where am I buying porcelain dishes?
In Asia,
All right, why am I going to buy them in Asia?
cheaper than
Right, cheaper. What am I buying them for? 30 gold coins. All right. So am I going to sell them in Africa? For how much?
100.
Okay. What's my profit, Jackson? D minus
seven.
B. 70?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm making 70 gold coins in profit. It's not bad.
But do you have enough of gold coins?
Not obviously not right at the beginning, right? You need to get yourself there if you think you're going to trade porcelain plates. All right. So what I want you to do with your group is do 4 and 5 on your own. Right? Do 4 and 5 together, and then in 2 minutes I'm going to pull you together and we're going to talk about 4 and 5 real quick, and then I will let you loose on the world to trade and figure out who can get the best profit in the class.
I won the last trading game.
Yeah, because you were supposed to win it though.
So we buy
What?
ivory. We buy ivory
Yeah.
in Africa.
So for 20.
Yeah, we buy the ivory in Africa.
Why?
Because one, they only have Africa, ivory in Africa. It's 10 coins. And we sell it in Asia.
Nice little profit.
You buy it in
No.
And then profit would be 10. And then
Buy it in Africa.
we buy ivory.
So you just have-
After 1 gold coin, we sell it in Asia. Or we sell it in
How many gold coins is ivory in Africa?
A 9.
Look at me when you finish the last 2, so I know that we can talk about it.
For how many gold coins? 10.
I just lent it to Jackson. Good?
Then what is it called?
Sophie's Jack, you good?
Almost. And then
Are we
iron,
good on?
Africa.
Are we good, you?
For how much?
For iron,
Yeah.
it's 1 in 10. For ivory, it's 10 and 20.
No, for one.
Okay,
Asia.
so let's do ivory. Sophie. So where am I going to buy ivory?
Africa,
Why am I going to buy it in Africa?
because it's cheaper.
Okay, what am I paying for it?
10.
And where am I going to sell it?
Asia,
Okay. What am I going to sell it for?
20.
And my profit? 10. Not bad, right? Could be worse. Making a nice 50% profit. Now, what about iron? Where am I buying iron? Dome. Where am I going to buy iron? All right, how much am I paying for it?
1 gold coin.
1 gold coin. Not bad, pretty cheap. All right, where am I going to sell it?
Asia.
For how many? 10. What's my profit? It's not bad.
Woo!
All right. So you guys understand, right? How to make a profit? How to calculate your profit? All right. What you want to do next, right, is you're going to say, all right, I'm going to start in this country, right? If I'm going to start in Africa, I'm going to start in Africa. If I start in Asia, I start in Asia, right? You can start in either one, and you're going to select what you're going to buy first. So John, right? John might say, I'm going to start in Asia, and I'm going to buy 1 yard of silk, right? So he's going to spend 1 gold coin. He's going to come back to Africa, and he's going to sell that 1 yard of silk, right? Then sell, right? I'm going to go here, so start in Asia or Africa, right? Buy whatever. I'm going to go to the other country or the other nation, right? If I start in Asia, I'm going to go to Africa, and I'm going to sell something and buy something, right? You want to keep a tally, right? How much did you spend? So I have 5 gold coins to start. I spent 4 gold coins. I have 1 left. Okay? If I sell it, so on and so forth. Do we understand what we're doing?
Yes.
If there are questions, I will be here. keep a tally of everything you do, because it's helpful. Okay, what's that?
I don't have a stylus, so can she keep track of this?
She can keep track of it and make sure that you pay attention and help her out, yeah.
I will.
Okay? But talk about it, right? One person can have the profit guide open, one person can definitely be your scribe, as long as you put names of all of your people on it, and that they eventually send it to you, because it'll be helpful. So right now, go try and make as much profit as you can, and I will come around and be helpful.
To start buying.
So let's buy.
So we have to start with.
You might wanna keep your trading to a minimum silence, because you don't want other people to beat you. This is a competition.
It's a competition.
It's a competition.
Oh, whoever makes the most
It's like a business, right? Whoever makes the most money wins.
Let's spend.
I don't know what you win. Gratification.
I would buy a bar.
All right.
Iron.
Start with yours.
In
Okay, so where should we start?
Why are you gonna buy iron?
So we buy for 5.
And then let's buy 5.
We don't know. Or
You can buy multiple bars of it. You don't have. You can spend all of your money on iron and then go trade it if you want. Yeah, you get to start with 5 gold coins. You can do whatever you want with those 5 gold coins. It's your money.
And then
Just be careful. Remember, risk and reward.
Yeah, alright, so now,
Keep track. Keep track of your trades.
let's go to Africa.
Just make sure you keep track. If you're gonna start somewhere to buy something, keep track of it. And make sure someone is keeping track of your trading. Okay?
Wait.
Yeah, but we
One
buy
more
5.
silk for 5.
Alright, so we have one.
Yeah, so we get a 4.
5.
Remember to keep track of your trades.
So if I sell here,
Yeah.
then can I still buy sold first?
Oh yeah, so right, so yeah, they should probably go sell by.
Then we can buy.
For 5.
You right? Trouble? You do this.
So usually we can buy porcelain dishes.
Now let's sell the 30 yards of cotton.
So the cotton in Africa, 10 yards is 5.
But yeah, and we have
So you want to sell 2 of
Yeah,
them?
so usually we sell all of them,
Wait,
and we buy.
No,
So-
yeah.
now we're selling it all.
Yeah, and then.
Alright, so try and just type something. Or if Alana can keep track, you can just help her out. And then she can send it to you later.
Wait, keep
To-
track of.
So then we.
Oh, so that's
Let's
just what
go
you're
back
doing.
to.
So you obviously sell first and you buy
Should we
later.
buy?
Yeah,
Same.
we
Should we
bought.
buy something?
So you buy 10
Oh, no, yeah,
yards,
stay in
get 10 yards of silk or yarn.
Is it yarn or is it? Yarn.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so what are you gonna sell it for?
We're gonna sell it for whatever it was worth 5
Yeah,
times.
it's 5.
Okay.
Wait, can I see how much it was worth?
50.
No.
Then we buy
Yeah.
porcelain dishes and cotton for a total of 50.
Okay, so 5.
So that way we can go to Africa,
Profit was
sell the porcelain dishes, and sell the cotton.
20.
Do you have porcelain
Do you
dishes?
have them?
Yeah, so
Where'd you buy them?
Okay.
20.
And then we want to get a bar of iron.
Yeah.
And then we sell that.
Yeah, so, alright. Ready, so now, should we buy anything while we're here?
So,
No, it's fine, huh? What's up?
so now.
So you can sell then buy, right? This might be just an error on my part where that should be above there. But yeah, no, you don't have to buy again. Yeah, in
Yeah, we can.
following the order, right, you don't have to go buy, sell. You can do buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Right, my order is a little off, it's fine, don't worry about it. So go sell, then buy.
Wait,
So we,
if we
then
like
we're back in Africa.
sell
so we
this,
buy
Yeah.
but we stay in Africa, like we have to sell this before we buy something, we buy it over here.
Well, so wait, so if you,
So we have to sell it first.
yeah, that's it, right? So if you're in Africa, right, this sells fine, right there. That's my fault. Right, so if you're buying here, you'd sell here, and then you'd be able to buy 25 gold coins in Africa, right?
So now let's buy.
Number 2,
Five plus five.
Thing
Alright, so,
of porcelain.
so now if you're gonna go sell it, right? So if you go, yeah, if you go sell in Africa, right, this is buy here, and this is buy in Africa. So one goes to
20 yards
Africa.
of silk.
So this buy goes to
Why
Africa.
don't we do
That's
like
silk.
10?
10
Okay.
yards of silk.
So in Asia we sell iron.
So what I would say is go buy, sell. I understand the way buy.
Okay.
So then it's
My fault in organizing. I apologize.
10, 20,
So.
Actually, I will fix that right now.
So 30.
and then we
And then
How
buy,
much does that cost?
25.
we're given
Or no.
When you sell
Yeah,
it, when
it's
you put
20.
for spend, spend.
Well, spend or what you earn. Just make sure you keep track of it.
Asia for buying.
10 and we have 10 left.
Sell.
Because we're buying. We're buying
We have 7 left.
1 yard of silk. We're buying 10 yards of silk.
So one girl.
Oh, okay.
Here, I gotta, here, you buy something,
You should definitely.
10 and 10.
Let's buy some porcelain. We can buy a lot of that because we have a lot of money.
Now let's go to Africa and sell the porcelain dishes for 100 and that for 50. So now we have 150.
So you can sell that for 10. And we can buy 8 things of porcelain. Oh, wait, where would you sell that? Yeah, you can sell in Asia.
Wait,
so
if we have 10.
Sell for 8.
So we can
So
make
We get
833.
for your porcelain.
Let's not
And then if we do,
And so now we're in Africa right now, right?
Yeah.
Now let's buy.
what is it? So two.
Let's buy
Well, why don't we
ivory.
buy some?
Yeah, ivory.
We'll
Let's
buy.
8.
We get
Well,
12.50.
what would the profit?
It would be just double.
So
No,
what
it would
do
be a
we buy?
lot. Just go.
250. We can buy an ivory tusk in Africa. So we have to go to Africa. Buy an ivory tusk.
And we sell all 8 of
And
those.
spend
200.
How we doing?
Yeah, spend.
Good.
Then we go back to Africa.
Is he quick? You gotta slow it down. Bring him with you.
Yeah, we must have been.
Bring him with you. Don't show her
Because we bought them for 10. We
Use
sold
her as
them
a
for
trading
20.
partner.
but the one question.
She's your business partner.
I-
We need to demand that they,
Wait.
if we're equal share in your company.
I-
Why
My
don't you put
question
that
is,
in?
so on the last page,
Yeah.
so if I'm selling a porcelain product, and if this is the last thing.
You don't have to, you don't have to. Relax. You need to slow it down, Vic.
Total profit.
Bring it down.
1,
How much can we sell for?
And Vic, if you guys are finished,
8 times.
I know we have a little more time, you can feel free to do it again.
Or no.
Right, you can open up another one and see if you and Eric can figure out maybe a way to make more profit.
8 times 20.
Right, and then this time slow it down and be equal business partners.
yeah.
And
How we do
Now
it?
let's, since we're there,
Let me see that
let's,
map so far.
Are we in
8.
Asia?
Yeah, we're in, let's buy 8 of them.
So,
Oh wait,
we
it's
started,
That's a
We
huge
shouldn't buy
profit.
anything
we
because
started in
once we sell
Africa,
this, we
we're
should buy.
buying iron for 5.
So we're going to sell.
Then we had 0 left, then we went to Asia, we sold iron for 50.
Sell one ivory tusk
So we
in.
bought
Right.
porcelain.
That last buy sell, you can just sell, you don't have to buy.
Went back down.
Okay.
You don't have to at all.
200.
Yeah.
And then we sold
So
the
you
porcelain
buy-
cotton for 100.
Buy.
Wait.
Change your
buy
map.
8 sets of porcelain.
Right? Making
But
sure.
now we don't have any place to sell it.
Then we went to Asia, we sold porcelain.
5, that's
and
impressive.
Yeah.
That's
cotton. We
impressive.
bought, we
Because
sold
we
our
only get
iron
this
for
many, we only get 4.
Alright,
$2,000.
Alana or Shirley,
Cotton for
right on board.
$2,000.
Everything we
Then we
did.
went
Everything you did.
For a final thing, we
Just you profit,
we
just you
sold the
profit.
porcelain for
Yeah, I like that.
Wait,
Just
so
you
now we
profit.
can't
Keep
buy
that
anything else?
$198,000.
When your group is done,
No, we can
write your
buy
group
one last
name
thing,
and
the
your
last one we
profit.
could just sell. That would just,
Asia again?
Is it?
no, we need
Yeah,
to
you
sell
can
it
make
back to
$1.
Africa.
$1 bills, yeah.
Well, no, we only have, we can only go back.
That $50 on the wrong side.
We've been 45.
Great.
Alright, come right up on the board down with you done.
If we messed up.
Yeah, we definitely did this wrong. Wait, how do you send a page in OneNote to someone?
You should be able to share it with
Yeah, don't.
Wait, Mr. Rattenberg, we have a question about the sheet.
Okay, I'm coming.
Wait, can you copy it and put it in your notebook?
Yeah, I can,
It's
yes.
not dumb, it's alright.
What's up?
So, over there, we want to buy 8 sets of porcelain, but did we run out of room?
Oh,
Wait, so yeah, it ends. So you don't have to buy anything. If you sell everything, what do you make for profit here?
So, but we could buy another thing right
You
there.
can, like, technically this should be down here, right? This buy doesn't have to happen. This is your last stop.
Okay, we want to buy that, the 8 sets of porcelain.
You sure?
But we don't have anything to sell it.
But yeah, you're done.
Oh, yeah, we.
Right, if you get to this last one, you can sell everything. You don't need to buy anything more. Then what's your final profit?
240.
Okay.
12,000.
wait, Mr. Rattenberg?
Are we good in our math?
Probably not. Because it's like confusing.
It's a little confusing, it is.
The sheet threw me off.
Okay, let's,
Mr.
what do we
Rattenberg?
got? Okay, so 1310, come rate your stuff up, 45,
I feel like
not
this
bad.
number-
34.
I feel like this number is wrong. So, alright, so I started off, I got to.
So every group, take 5 minutes right now, go through your trading and make sure that your math is correct.
We were about to make big money. We were just about to buy 8 sets of porcelain.
We
Go.
bought 13 sets of porcelain.
Oh,
Okay.
sick.
So
Yeah, that's
go,
what I thought.
hey, go through your math, make sure it's correct. Go through your math, make sure it's correct.
Oh.
Go through your math, make sure it's correct. Go through your math, make sure it's correct.
Our math is correct.
Go through it. Hey, feel free to write it on another, like, over here.
My math is correct.
Just sort of do it right. Spend,
Wait, do you wanna make sure the math is correct on that?
I want you to make sure your math is correct.
I swear it is, but
Alright, so,
this number is
you have everybody?
nowhere close to what they have.
so you didn't make a lot of money. So Alana and Shirley may just be very good traders.
How'd they make that much money though?
We're gonna ask them in a little bit.
12,000, that's like
3.
That's like
Are you gonna
impossible.
tell us? Are you
One
gonna tell
second,
us that
what's
Are you sure your math is right?
No, everybody got 5 gold coins. Right? Alana and Shirley, you only had 5 gold coins. I didn't give you anything else. Oh no, he's still going.
Oh,
Right, is
I
your
don't
math
think I did
correct?
it right.
Yes.
See,
Is
I-
your math correct?
198,000.
You'll see, I either I'm an idiot or I'm really smart.
So that's impossible.
Are you sure?
Yes,
Please
that's
look.
impossible.
Look, so I bought, so I had $2,000 worth of, I bought $2,000 worth of porcelain and coffee.
How?
Because I sold the iron for 2,000. Because if you started off with iron.
Okay, go sit down and we'll talk about it.
Okay.
This
yeah,
this
but-
number's
I don't think it's
impossible.
right, but.
That number's impossible.
I'll-
So,
Like you cheated.
She even said that our numbers are right. I swear.
go through it for right now, double check your numbers, because that number is ridiculous, like that's pretty much.
You'd need like 8 times.
Actually, maybe 1 decimal point.
Right, I'm thinking definitely more, like,
19.
maybe
Yeah.
this, maybe that,
I think that was it, but more
If-
than I just.
and that's still a bit high.
Alright, so I spent
Is
5.
12,000 realistic?
12,000 is realistic, right? They did pretty, right, so what did you buy and sell the most, Jackson and Dome?
We buy iron.
Yeah.
Iron the most?
Yeah.
Right, I have a feeling that your math is slightly off. Just, right, but right, iron, just kind of, what did you buy and sell the most?
Iron.
Alright, what did you buy and sell the most, Vic?
Iron and porcelain.
Iron and porcelain,
Silk and ivory.
silk and ivory,
Porcelain.
porcelain. Why did you choose porcelain?
Because it was a big profit.
Was it a big profit?
Well, I mean, we lost.
Right, so what are you buying porcelain for?
To sell it for 100.
Wait, what are you buying it for?
30.
30, right? To sell it for 100, right? So 100 minus 30, 70. What profit is that? What percent profit?
70%.
It's not much, right? It's not much profit. Who bought iron?
Yeah.
Alright, so what did you buy iron for?
Like 1 thing of iron was like $1.
$1. How much you sell it for?
10.
10.
Oh,
Alright,
dang.
so 10 minus 1 is 9.
That's
What's
9.
your profit there?
90%.
900%.
100%.
What?
Because You've made 9 profit. You've made 9 gold coins profit off of selling after buying one thing.
Yeah.
So you're 900% more wealthy.
Oh.
Right?
You should have
So
done
if
that,
you're going
Sophie.
throughout it, iron is your
What
best.
are you doing?
Iron is your best sell.
No, it's my
We
fault.
thought
I
we
was
could
like
only
telling you what to do.
buy
Well,
one
we
bar
got-
iron at a time, so
No.
we bought one bar iron and then went to Africa.
No, you have 5 gold coins.
Aw.
You have 5 gold coins. You bought 5 bars of iron.
That's
Right?
what we did.
Your money was your own, right? You go downstairs and buy a hot pocket for all I care with that 5 gold coin. Right? Might be waste, but who knows? So, what do we notice about the sort of the ability to trade? Wait, what was the most successful?
Iron,
Iron. Why iron?
because you're making 900%.
Okay. What was the most tantalizing?
Porcelain,
Why?
because you felt like you made a lot, but really you weren't.
Right? You would buy high, you would buy low, sell real high.
But we
Yeah.
still got more than like Shirley and Jack and.
Yeah, so?
Alright, ours doesn't count.
Oh wait, were you guys selling porcelain?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
Right? Oh, yours is right. I feel like there's some math that's gone a little awry, which is fine.
No, I think we won. We beat him.
We thought you could only buy one bar iron at a time.
No, you can buy multiple bars of iron at a time. Right? So what our big takeaway for this is what do we think? What do we think our big takeaway is?
Iron was important. back
Iron is
then.
king, right? Iron's really, really important.
I
no
thought
matter where you
gold
look.
was king.
Gold was important, but you're buying it with gold. So one thing iron you're buying for 5 gold. Why 5 gold? Why not 10 gold? Why not?
That's what they thought it was worth.
Right, yeah, it's supply and demand. It's how much you can get for it. Right? Kilwa was a great trading city, not because they produced a lot of things, but because they were the center of trade. Right? Things went through them to get to Africa, and things from Africa went through them to get elsewhere. Right? They didn't produce a whole lot, right? Ghana and Mali and Songhai, they produced a bunch of stuff. Right? Gold, leathers, stuff like that. They produced things. Kilwa less so. Kilwa traded and just sort of became a middleman. Did you do your math again? What do we have?
Wait, but then how would we have gotten the 2,000 for the iron? If you got the 2,000, then wouldn't you have times it by if you buy porcelain for 2,000? Wouldn't you?
Realistically, it should have been like adding and subtracting, not multiplying.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
but like what I'm saying is if you buy porcelain for 2,000, then and if you're turning a profit of 100, or
How
if
much
you're
porcelain are you buying?
a lot,
I feel like you just can't have that money that
There
early.
you go.
I don't know. That was like my last trade,
Alright, so, but
unless I added it.
what we're seeing, we touched on Kilwa really shortly, right? Part of this was the exercise was to show you sort of either whether you're in Ghana, Mali, the Songhai Empire, or Kilwa, is that you can make more money trading and you can send a nice wink over to Jackson if you want, right? You can do these things and make that profit. You can do these things and make your country strong. Say Erica is the ruler of Kilwa, right? And Alana and Shirley have made 12,495 gold coins. Erica, what percentage of tax do you want? Make it reasonable. 10%? All right. I'll give you 1,249 gold.